The dramatic action out on Gage Roads has been recorded by hundreds of photographers who have come here from all over the world to capture the special moments of this great maritime spectacle. Among them is Koren Evans, a young British photographer who's rapidly gaining a name for her clever work. Gareth Evans of the British television team in Fremantle caught up with the tiniest photographer in the press corps.
Koren Evans is a familiar figure on the America's Cup scene. A girl with glamorous looks and a glamorous job to match. For Koren earns a good living behind the camera. Koren, known as Koz in the trade, has quickly established herself as a top sailing photographer. She's absolutely fearless when getting that special cup picture.
It's very difficult to work because the seas are so big and you've got coming over. So, you know, it's quite a problem, and the gear gets pretty wet. Unfortunately, I haven't written off anything yet, but there's always a possibility. With the seas out there, it's much easier shooting from the helicopter. And so you've got a harness on and you're sitting virtually outside the helicopter, legs actually out. Also swimming in the water is another angle that I've done. But I'm always a bit worried about the sharks out there, so I haven't done too much of that.
Koz photographs are on permanent display at the White Horse Information Centre in downtown Fremantle. Koren works closely with the British Challenge and often accompanies the crew on board White Crusader.
To a degree, you have a bit of an advantage being a woman because, you know, they care about you a bit more. You know, they worry about where you're going and how you're doing things, which is nice. Plus, you know, I risk things like going up the mast and everything, so, you know, they're very careful about how they hoist you up the mast, and it's very amusing seeing 6'7" guys, you know, saying that they wouldn't go up the mast, and so that's nice, really.
And how tall are you?
5'2". I feel like a little mouse, really, I think. You know, they protect me, which is really nice. So it's, you know, I feel quite secure, really.
When Lord Lichfield paid a visit to the British dock, he was so impressed with Koren's photos that he's asked for some of them to be included in his forthcoming book on the America's Cup. Of course, every picture tells a story.
I sat inside the bow trying to get shots of them pulling the spinnakers in through the hatches and to get the appreciation of the water, and they jumped in on one occasion, and it just looked as though somebody put a bucket of water on top of them to create the effect, but it was just a wave that came through, and I got soaked in the process as well.
You must be a very independent girl, though, Koz.
I suppose I have become independent, yeah, pretty independent. You have to be in my business, you know, when you travel around the world, and, you know, you have to organise things yourself, and so I suppose you become pretty independent, really. But I wouldn't do anything else. I love my job. I suppose in England there's a fair amount of my work around, and it's sort of spreading around the world slowly, so I'm getting there. Take your passion and make it happen. It just come alive, you can dance right through your life.
Well, this afternoon, New Zealand against America 2 in the critical one. The New York Yacht Club need to win it to stay in the regatta. If conditions allow, we'll have live coverage around 6:35 this evening. From America's Cup City, goodbye.